Hey everybody. Alright, I'm happy to announce that Seagull Smash is now live on the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store. This is my first app that has actually been launched on the Apple App Store, so I'm really excited. All my friends from high school, they would always tell me, when's Germaphobe coming to the Apple App Store? And I always told them, it's just going to be on Google Play, but now I finally have an app that is on the App Store. So I'm super excited about that. I started on this game all the way back in February. I modified one of my existing games to make it into Seagull Smash, and I'm really happy with how it turned out. So many people helped me along the way. Launch Lab here at WVU helped a lot with advising, and they also lent me a MacBook, which is required for the Apple App Store. I made it in Unity, if anybody is wondering. Thank you, T in Teaching. They said congrats on the launch. I'm very excited. So you can you can search it on Google Play or the App Store, and you can find it there. So now I'm going to show off the trailer. Alright, so Seagull Smash is a game about breaking out of prison. You're a seagull that has gone to prison for destroying the city, and your goal is to break out and destroy the city again. There's a wanted system, so when you start out, you're going to have 1 star, and 1-star enemies come after you, which is the police car, the police drones, the police helicopter, and the police truck. And these just shoot nets at you, and you're going to want to avoid those. But after 45 seconds, or if your heat level gets high enough, 2-star enemies start coming after you, and these are a lot more powerful and a lot more to worry about. So you take out these enemies by smashing through stuff. And when you smash through the buildings, a whole bunch of debris comes down, and that's how these guys get stopped. So you basically earn points by destroying the buildings, and to maximize your points, you're going to want to dive as low as possible to destroy the base of the building so it all comes crashing down. But the more you destroy, the more police come after you, and it gets a little dicey if you destroy too much, because then a whole lot of police will come after you. You might increase your star rating, so more powerful enemies come after you. And eventually you can get up to 3 stars, and at that point there's just so much coming after you, it's really hard to stay uncaught. So, as you know, I made this in Unity. I can show it off. So it was written in C#, and so to play the game you just tap to start, but these are the goals you're going for. So it's kind of like achievements or challenges. So like this one, smash 200 fire hydrants. So what these give you are tickets. So I can claim the reward. You can see I got 2 7Cs tickets. So there's common, there's rare, and then there's legendary. And over on this tab, the customization tab, you can redeem these tickets for spins. So let's see what we get. We got the wizard hat. So then you can now equip this wizard hat. So as you progress, you're going to want to complete as many challenges as you can and get as many tickets as you can. And then you'll get tons of these. You can see the wizard hat has an effect on your speed, weight, and suspiciousness. So you can maximize speed, you can maximize weight, or you could minimize speed, you could minimize suspiciousness. They're not necessarily good or bad, it's just however you prefer to play the game. Suspiciousness is a bit of a weird one. Speed and weight are pretty self-explanatory. Speed makes you go faster, and weight makes you fall down faster. And then suspiciousness is how likely the police are to go after you. So the higher suspiciousness you have, the more likely the police are just going to send a lot of police after you. And then, so if you have low suspiciousness, you can get away with destroying a lot more. But the higher your suspiciousness, the higher this point multiplier is. So if you have a high suspiciousness, a whole lot of police are going to come after you, but you have a lot more points for the destruction you cause. And so the rarer an item is, the more dramatic an effect it's going to have on your stats. And that's about it for customization. Are there any questions about how that works or how Seagull Smash works? I know there's a bit of a lag, unfortunately. Alright, we can move on. So I actually have a roadmap planned out for the next few updates. Here we go. So next month I plan to add more buildings for the Seagull Smash. There's a little bit of a need for some more variety, so I want to focus on that. I want to add more customization options, more birds, more hats, more tickets, and then I know there's some bugs in the game. They're pretty minor, but I need to fix those. Some gameplay tweaks. I got to get some feedback on how often the police spawn, how hard it is. So if you have any feedback there, I'd love to hear it. And if you see any graphical issues, please let me know. I know there's a couple things that I'm aware of that need to be fixed, so all that is planned for the September update. And then in October, I'm going to be setting my sights on a Halloween event. So I have a few birds and hat customization options I have planned for Halloween. It's going to be really fun. And then I want to add some new challenges and different parts of the cities of Smash. And then in November, I want to add some enemies for the 3-star wanted level. So right now, the 1-star wanted level is the police. The 2nd star is for the Seagull Containment Unit, which is kind of based on like a SWAT team. And then for 3-star, currently it's just more enemies spawning more frequently, but I want to make it a little bit more interesting. So I'm going to add some military enemies. And I also want to add a little bit more of a standard progression system. There's not too much in the way of that now. So that's another plan for the November update. And then, of course, new birds, new hats, new challenges. So, as you can see, there are 26 hats in the game and 19 birds. So right now, to complete all these challenges, it might take a little while, but there's a good variety in what the hats do and what the birds do. So, and then I also have a lot more planned for that. I have one item, this bling. It gives him a chain. It's high suspiciousness and high weight, and it's actually based on Biggie Cheese from Barnyard, how he has the chain with the a golden piece of cheese on it. I thought that was really funny. And the whole concept for Seagull Smash came when I saw a photo of, I'm sure some of you have seen it. It's a pelican in the back of a police car. I just thought it was really absurd, and so I made a game about a seagull avoiding the police. So that's the backstory for that. And I don't have too much more, but I want to thank Launch Lab for helping me so much in this. They lent me the Mac, which the iOS release would have been impossible to do without that. They've also given me a lot of advice. They gave me some advice to market the game. They said to make flyers. So I made this. This seagull is in federal prison. Find out why. And I think it was a pretty successful flyer. I put it up all around campus, and I'm sure some of you have seen it. And then Launch Lab has just helped me through the entire process. I always go for them I go to them to get all kinds of advice, and they've been really helpful. And then I'd also like to thank everyone who's tested the game. You guys have been a huge help with finding issues and finding how to balance the gameplay to make it fun and challenging. Especially Sydney, she's been such a big help. Josiah and Luke, all great helps testing the game. And I want to thank my parents. I know my mom is in the chat. Thank you. You've been such a great support. And I'm really excited to finally launch what I've been working on for so long. And I want to show off this tote bag. I made this yesterday with the help of Sydney. And look at that. It's the seagull from Seagull Smash. I also had an in-person testing event, and I had this as a bit of a prop. I think it's been a great help with marketing to have a little plush seagull. I'm going to see Biggie Cheese. I should do a pelican. Yeah. Alright. Do you have any release merch? I should do that. I'd love to have a t-shirt that has the Seagull Smash bird on it. I think that'd be awesome. Do you have any questions or comments on the game? I think we're starting to wrap it up. I don't have much to share. Thank you all for coming out to the stream. I really appreciate that. All right, I got through that pretty fast. Um, so I think I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you, T, and teaching. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys coming out. And don't forget to get the game, and don't forget to review it. It's a huge help. It really helps the algorithm push my game a lot more. And, tell your friends about it. I really appreciate anything. Thank you, Tim. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. I'm going to end the stream, but thank you for coming out, and thank you for all the nice things. Bye.